Hi everyone, myself Professor Devendra Kumar, ENC Department, Government SKSJTI, Bangalore. Today I am going to discuss VHDL, 5th semester subject. Subject code is 18EC56. Today I am going to explain the design block of the 4-bit triple carry counter. So here the design block, first we write the Verilog description for the top level design block. Example, ripple carry counter top block. So all of you know the top block. What do you mean by top block and design block and the stimulus block? So here, before going to that, I will just show the circuit, how we are going to divide the module by module. Okay, so in the 4-bit adder, this is what module 4, we call it as what module 4. So in 4-bit adder, there are full adder, 4 full adder, so it is, we call it as module 3, and there is a 2 half adder and the OR gate. Okay, so OR, 2 half adder, okay, we call it as module 2, and there is a XOR and AND gate, we call it as module 1. So this is what 4-bit adder. So how we are going to divide the top level module to leaf cell. Okay, so we already know the leaf cell and the what is the previous structure. So in the last session I explained so how we are going to top down methodology and the bottom up methodology. So based on that we are going to divide the module 4, module 4, module 3, module 2 and module 1. Okay, so here so module ripple carry counter, Q, clock and reset. Q is the output and clock and reset is the input. Okay, output is 3:0 Q. Okay, Q is the output and 3:0 is what? The output of 0 and the output of 1 and 2 and 3. So there are ripple carry counter 4-bit, right? So that's why we call it, we take it as a 3:0. Input is clock and reset. 4 instances of the module T flip-flop are created. So we already know the circuit diagram for the the ripple carry counter. So here T flip-flop and small letter T FFO, Q of 0, comma clock, comma reset. Clock and reset is the input and Q of 0 is the output. So T FF0 is the instantiation of the T flip-flop. Okay, so T flip-flop, inside the T flip-flop we can see this T of TFFO. Okay, and so Q of 0, clock and reset. Clear? So these T of TFFO, TFF1, TFF2 and TFF3 is the, these 4 is the instantiation of the T flip-flop. Clear? So that's why we take it as 3:0. Okay, so next end module. So what is going to happen inside the design block? In the above module, 4 instances of the module T flip-flop are used. The internals of the module T flip-flop T underscore FF module. So now we are going to take in the separate module. Clear? So in the top module we just design. So what is the physical appearance of the top module? So what is the physical appearance of the top module? Only we can see the T flip-flop. Okay, there is a block, so there is a input reset and the clock is the input, and Q0, Q1, Q2 and Q3 is the output. Only this thing only we can see in the physical appearance. So that's why it is the top level module. So inside this design block, each instantiation of the T flip-flop. So what is inside this T flip-flop? So that is what the module T flip-flop Q, comma clock, comma reset. Clock and reset is the input and Q is the output. Output is the Q and input is the clock and reset. Wire we can take it as wire D. Okay, why we need D, why we are going to take D, because so once there is a block, so there is a value is transferring from one module to another module, so the value is going to change. For that purpose we are going to take the wire. So if the value is not going to change, so we can directly take the variable. So that's why wire is needed, or reg also we can take. So d underscore ff, d ff0, this is also a instantiation, whether more than d flip flop it is appear inside the t flip flop. Okay, so all of you know t flip flop is nothing but what, so there is a d flip flop and inverter. So q, d clock and reset, d clock reset is the input and q is the output. So there is a inverter inside the t flip flop, so that's why not n1 d comma q, because this is input to the NOT gate. NOT gate, so it is a case sensitive and end module. So since t flip flop instantiates d flip flop, okay, inside the t flip flop we can see the d flip flop and the NOT gate. So this is what the second module. Clear? So first module is the top module, is the only we can see the what the the t flip flop, the ripple carry counter, and there is a t flip flop. Inside the t flip flop we can see the d flip flop and the NOT gate. So this is what the stimulus block waveform, how we will find out the clock and the reset. So it is the external appearance, clock and the reset is the input. So the each the t flip flop we will get the output q of 0, q of 1, q of 2, q of 3. So all the four it is combining give the output from 0 to what, 15. It is a 4-bit carry counter. So 0 to 15 means 0, it will start from 0 0 0 0, means q of 0 is 0, q of 1 is 0, q of 2 is 0, and q of 3 also 0. Then the output is 0. Only the reset is high. When the reset is start high, so it is keep on counting. Okay, it will start count, means here when the reset is 0, then it will start the counting up to when the next reset is high. Okay, in between if the reset is high in between, so it will stop counting. Clear? So that's why, so it will the reset is very important to find out the counting. Clear? So where we can find out this reset is high or low, so in the stimulus block, means it is nothing but the test bench waveform, we are going to write the program. Okay, see here in the stimulus block, module stimulus reg clock reg reset. Okay, we take it as the clock and the reset in the register, and wire 0 to 3, because why we are going to take 3 is to 0 in the wire, because the value is going to keep on changing. Okay, whether it is high or low, because 0 0 0 0 0 1 0 0 0 2 like up to 1 1 1 1, it is keep on changing the value. So that's why we are going to take in the wire. So ripple carry counter r1q comma clock comma reset. Okay, cycle time is 10 initial. So clock is equal to 1, b of b0 means the bit 0 means clock is 1, it is a single bit, so that's why it is a bit 0. Okay, so that's why we are going to take 0. Okay, set clock to 0 always, and #5 clock is equal to negation of clock, means whatever the clock input, so if it is 0 or if it is high, so it is what, not operation to the particular clock when after #5 means 5 time units. So here there is a one more, there is reset is asserted from the 0 to 20 and from 200 to 220. Initial begin reset. So this one, why we need this #15, it is nothing but what, so after 15 seconds or after 15 time units, not seconds, after 15 time units or after 180 time units, the reset is going to set 1. Okay, bit 1 is going to set 1, and hash 10 reset is equal to bit, it is going to high, means bit is going to 0. Clear? So high, when it is previously it is high, after 10 time units it is going to 0. Okay, as $20 finish means it is terminate the program, means terminate the simulation end. So these, it is nothing but where we are going to write in the test bench waveform. So everything we are going to mention in the software. So there is a, in the Xilinx software, first we are going to write what the programs, so your basic programs we are going to write, and after we are going to check the syntax error in the particular program. So once there is no program, so there is a bit file is generated in the Xilinx program. So after that we are going to check the simulation waveform, whether your code is correct or not. So you already know the truth table. So based on the truth table we are going to check the waveform. So when the waveform is correct and your code is also correct, so then we are going to find out the what we are going to write the stimulus block. Okay, so based on the conditions we are going to check in the stimulus or the test bench. Also we are going to check the simulation waveform output. Clear? So this is what the Xilinx or the Model Sim, these two softwares we are going to use to check whether your program is correct or not in the VHDL or Verilog. Okay, in the first module we check the brief introduction about the Verilog VHDL. In the next module, in the module 2, we can find out and we are going to write the programs depends on the specification inputs. Okay, so later we will study. So this ends the first module. Thank you.